Paranormal.
Welcome to Radio Paranormal.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy Sunday, girl.
Sunday Gras. And then tomorrow it'll be Mundi Gras.
Lundi Gras.
Lundi Gras.
Lundi Gras. And my special lunch.
We'll talk about that after about 45 seconds more, and then we can mention stuff like those kind of words.
Exactly.
That's gonna be fun. Something has kamikazed my eye. So I'm gonna ask you how you're doing, and then I'm gonna rub it for a second. So how are you doing?
Good, considering how deep into Mardi Gras we're in. Usually by this time I have no voice. If I could drink Red Bull, I'd be downing them. I'd probably have them. I'd buy IV. So let's make this really annoying. Sorry, it's beads from the parade last night. We went live. Did I go Radio Paranormal live? I don't know.
I don't know. I have no idea.
There was a float stuck in front of me for about, there's two, I think, for about 10 minutes.
Well, so did you just kept yelling, throw me something, mister, and get a bunch of cheap Chinese crap?
Yeah.
Like I said, though, for those of you guys who love the booby beads, yes, they're Chinese crap, but it's the sentimental value of the Chinese crap. I understand. I get it. So don't come after us about, because they are cheap Chinese crap that you guys want really bad.
It's this phenomenon of looking at your stash that you've collected over years. We've got 2 giant boxes, Rubbermaid containers in our attic, which we haven't brought down this year because we just didn't for the first time. It's really heavy, I guess. And we swear, no, we're not catching out of that crap until you see your first Mardi Gras parade, and they have things in their hands to give to you for free. And for some reason, it makes me think they like you or something. I don't know. It's like little forms of acceptance, and we go crazy for them. But this Mardi Gras has been a little, I don't know. People are getting a little obsessed with some of the things. One lady, I caught my first shoe at one of the parades. Another one my friend did too. And she was showing us, and it was just in her hand like this. And some dude just walking with the parade snatched it right out of her hand.
I don't think so, Scooter.
Yeah, Chris chased him down and gave him a look and retrieved said shoe. Those shoes are hard to get. 15 Mardi Gras, and I got my first Muse's shoe. So it's
hey, the first time I got somebody's shoe, it was in a bar fight in a place called Buffalo. Oh, never mind. My bad. But I'll never forget, my buddy went after the dude. And like he ran for blocks. Next thing I know, my buddy comes running back, and he's like, he got away, but I got his shoe. So that was a bar fight. It's the only time I've had shoes. And our guest is backstage looking kind of crazy. Let me explain. I live in the Appalachian Mountains. We don't have much to do. So I don't know what we do there. I am excited. There's some video. You sent me the most important video of the Mardi Gras season, and that was the Marines marching. So
every major. Oh, hey, Jenny. I can't wait to talk to you either. They open all the major parades. There's always that Marine Corps band. So I'm again last night. I missed him for tonight. But yeah, and I miss them when they walked for Crew of Mars, because that's our military first responder, nursing, you name it. Everyone that does the things to make us safe and keep us alive, basically.
We definitely want to give a shout out to all law enforcement, no matter if you're city, county, state, federal.
Doesn't matter.
Our EMTs, our paramedics, our firefighters, we love you all. Our law enforcement, especially, you guys are out there keeping us safe. And it's a job I did for 10 years. And the climate that it's in right now, I would not go back. You couldn't pay me to go back into the public service field.
Yeah,
thank you guys so much. We definitely here at Radio Paranormal salute you and support the troops and our first responders. So thank you.
Yes.
And while I'm talking about troops and first responders, look, it's a really hard job, guys. Me of all people, I completely understand it. And sometimes them old demons up in the head get to rattling around. Guys, look, it's easy. If you're struggling with something, call me, call Jen, call somebody. Or the national suicide hotline is 988. And if you just can't bring yourself to talk to somebody, y'all, look, you can text message them too. And you can text back and forth. And I've attempted suicide 3 times in my life. And I have reached out to this lifeline, and it does help. So if you're struggling, find somebody, or text with somebody at least. You don't talk, but you can text. So y'all, it's a hard job, but keep your wits about you, and we love y'all. Okay, anyway. That's my little spiel for how I feel about law enforcement and military. I'm also a retired military combat veteran, so I get it. And we, hey, there may be a charity at a Paracon for veterans and first responders. If you guys want to come to the first, let's go ahead and pay bills, because I really want to talk to our guest, and I don't want to interrupt, because I think this is going to be fun. She's a historian as well, and there's so much we can talk about. And she's written so many books, and this is going to be the first time I get to meet her, so I want to get to know her just as well as everybody else. But first, we got to pay bills.
Yes. New Orleans Paracon, July 31st, August 2nd, 2026, at the Astor Crown Plaza in the French Quarter. I'm going to put the link. NewOrleansParacon.com. Packages are available. We just sold another platinum package, which
I'm trying to pull up the little package. Wow, look.
There you go.
Shall receive.
Just sold another platinum package, which means, folks, they are half gone. There are only 4 left. That's for the people who want to do everything. VIP package is somewhere in the middle, and the RIP package are for those of you who want to customize your experience. I want to do this. I don't want to do this. Packages start at $300 per couple. There's no
per
scam.
Couple, and that's including the damn room, y'all.
Yes, that is a standard king or double queen for 2 people, not per person, for 2 people. And yeah, if you have a double queen and you want to add on a couple people, there's options for that. Great speakers. This is educationally focused. Yes, you can go.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
I can't. She's going to be there. I'm so excited. You can go and get your pictures with our celebs, right? You can go get a picture with Johnny Zaffis and Patty Negri and Angel Morgan and Ron and Lourdes and Letriana Terry Brown. I almost just said LTB, and that's not just how I know her. Sam Beltrusis and our guest tonight. But you're gonna learn something. If you're gonna be in this field, you're gonna dabble around, you're gonna play with fire. You need to know how to not get burned.
It's very educational, driven, especially for those of you that are just putting your little bitty toe in the water. That is the paranormal. It is a great place to pick the brains of some of the old timers, and I mean old timers, the OGs. They're not going to be around, too terribly much longer. At least probably in the paranormal field.
Yeah.
And now's your time to learn from the greats. So, and $300 for a couple down at the Crown Plaza in the French Quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
And you get deals on airfare, hop a Spirit flight or whatever. Find a good deal. Start looking.
Hopefully, you know how to fight if you get on Spirit. Just remember, the jab always sets up for the next punch. That's just for Spirit Air.
And Breeze, that's another small airport. I want to bet you're a mess.
I hadn't heard many fights on Breeze.
We're going to have some panels where those are to your general admission. So those are included in your RIP package for $300 per couple. Get out of Brandon's eye. Anywho,
it is attacking me, and I've got to wait for the VA before I can get my next appointment.
Oh no. So you're going to have not only the Native American panel that you're going to be on, we're going to have a voodoo panel as well. And as my segue into our next guest, our guest tonight, a panel on vampires. Why not learn about vampires in the nation's most haunted city, right? And learn from people who are experts. So,
like I've told every other vampire that we've had on here, vampire expert, I am a Toreador through and through, and if you get that, then you played the tabletop game Vampire the Masquerade.
Nice.
Because that was amazing. But anyway,
So allow me to introduce Marital Crandle. I never say her middle name right, so she's going to correct me when she comes on. Author and
I'm going to give it a
historian.
shot before she comes on. Woywd. Let's just
Woywd. Did we get it?
Let's
right,
just
whoever
bring her on, y'all, before like we get an FCC warning. Hi, and welcome to the show. Please tell me.
So I can't hear you guys now.
Oh no!
Oh,
I can hear
no.
you.
You can hear
but
me?
I can't hear you. Yeah, at all. Since we went live, I can hear Jennifer, but yeah,
No.
I can't. Not at all.
Jennifer, take over the show for a minute. I'm gonna pop completely out.
Isn't that weird?
Pop back in.
I'm so sorry. It was fine before. It's not my it's my maiden name, not my middle name. It's Woywd, and it means war leader in Romanian. And Vlad Tempest was a 3-time voivode. So we're not going to talk about Dracula, but that's kind of cool.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
What
me
do we
now?
do? I cannot. Yeah.
No,
All right, Jennifer, take over. I'll be back in a minute.
I can
Okay.
see your arms moving.
no, he's just said take over. He's gonna pop out and pop back in. So you and I are gonna
Okay.
talk like old friends because we kind of are. So hi, how's your Mardi Gras?
So far, so good. It's been really fun. Yeah, it's been good, busy, nice people.
I see you're up in the attic.
I am. Yeah, I'm in the Seance Lounge.
In the Casket Girls attic. At which one of your businesses? Tell people about where you're at.
This is at the Apothecary, which is right across from Pat O'Brien's and Preservation Hall. It's a vampire apothecary. So I wanted to, when we built this, I wanted to kind of bring awareness to apothecaries, because a lot of people don't even know that an apothecary is also a pharmacy. And pharmacies were one of the first places that men and women could actually socialize together, because they had soda fountains and women weren't allowed in bars. And so it became the first kind of bar for men and women to be in together. And obviously also a lot of pharmaceutical things. So our meals have something to do with, like, for instance, mushrooms are really good for your health. Oysters are really good for your immune system. We have a little bit of, something in each meal and in our cocktails that's medicinal, but it's not a health food place at all. We have like short ribs with smoky Gouda grits and all kinds of fun stuff. But we do have some things for vegetarians.
And I'm a super fan of your chef.
Yes, me too. He's wonderful.
So good. And you have a puppy menu, don't you?
I have a puppy?
No, you're dog friendly.
Oh, yes. Yes, we are.
I can eat
puppies. In fact, we had a German Shepherd in here today. Yes, we are dog friendly. We have a nice courtyard too, and yes.
I don't want to eat.
We even have a dog meal. Yeah.
Yeah, they can.
We don't make a meal out of the dog. We make the dog meal. Can you hear me?
I still can't hear. I can only hear Jennifer.
I'm gonna have to translate Brandon.
I am so sorry. I can see you.
So weird.
The only way that I could think is for her to go out and come back in. But
do you want to go out and come back in? Can I talk about your places and how much I love them while you're doing that?
Sure. I'll do it right now. Be right back.
Right, bye.
Bye.
So for those of you
can hear me, right?
Yeah.
For those of you that are watching, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Good.
Can anyone tell us they can hear Brandon?
Can you hear me? Or do you not want to hear me? Did you put your end on mute? I understand completely if you did. But if not, if anybody's actually watching.
Can't post comments to come. I don't know what's going on. So that's weird.
Okay, so Jenny can hear us. Okay. All right. Hey, let's bring Marita back on.
She's back. All right.
Can you hear
me?
But
I don't know how to get out. Am I back?
Yeah.
Oh, how do I get out?
Leave studio.
Did I get out? I still can't hear Brenda, but I don't think I got out.
There's a thing to say leave studio or close the window out and go back in. There we go. Okay. So while she's doing that, where she's at is Vampire Apothecary. It's one of her,
I can get her
2
out.
restaurants.
Wow.
Now she's out.
And I'm gonna kick her. I'll just kick her out. Then she can just hit the button and come back in. Sorry, guys, it's a little weird with the technical difficulties. If it continues to be that way, I will just be here in the background and we'll figure it out. Where's Mom?
Mom's here. She says hi.
Where? I'm not.
Jane.
I don't see it on the. Okay, Marita is back. Let's try this again.
Oh, and I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, good. We're back.
Yay!
We're rocking and rolling. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, pick up where you were going, and then I'll get the flow back in, and we'll make this happen. Welcome to live TV podcasting.
I think I was fangirling over her chef.
There we go. Hey, I'll go ahead and pull up her establishments while you guys talk, and I'll show pictures of it while you talk about the establishments, and then we'll do the books towards the end.
Okay. All right. So here come. So you have the Vampire Apothecary. That's more like Victorian vampire, right?
Yes. It's really magical. It's not just vampire. It's a little bit of everything. Spirits, witches, but definitely vampires. We have the Casket Girl Attic, which is one of our major legends here in the city. And it's very cool. Yeah.
And it's such a great space up there. You have a coffin on the second floor from
True Blood. It's Vampire Bill's coffin. I always want to call him Uncle Bill. I don't know why. I have to literally stop myself. It's because I want to say Uncle Bill's coffin. I don't know. Anyway, it's the one
call it Uncle Bill's.
It's the one that Sookie staked him in, and it's really cool because there's 2 holes in the back of it. And I asked what that was for, and they told me that a man had his hands through there, and he was holding blood bags. And when she stuck him, he squeezed him. And that was their high-tech effects. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Are we talking about the boutique, by the way?
Yes. So the boutique is my first business. It's 24 years old. And we've been there for a long time. And we have about 150 artists that make things just for us. And, unique things for our shop. And almost every movie or TV show that's come out since I opened it has something of ours in their show, which is kind of cool.
Do you still have Count Duckula?
Yes, Count Quackula.
Count Quackula. There you go. So cute.
Yes. He wants to swim in your tub.
Vampire rubber ducky for everybody. It's so cute.
And then we have the Vampire Cafe. Which one were we talking about?
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
So the Apothecary, that's our newest one, and it's going really good. It'll be 3 years on April Fool's Day. And here's a cool little tidbit of information. So all of my businesses, including my speakeasy, I have opened on New Year's Eve, just coincidentally. It was not meant to be. It just happened that it worked out time-wise. And I wanted to do the same thing with the Apothecary, and I had enough time, but the city was making it very difficult for me to open. So I finally was able to open on April 1st, and about maybe 8 months ago, my chef presented me with a piece of paper that talked about the history of April Fool's Day. And it used to be New Year's Eve or New Year's Day.
Okay.
But what happened was they changed it, right? Like in the 1500s, and it became January 1st. And then the people that didn't want to switch over were called April Fools. So we ended up opening on New Year's Day after all. So,
That's
isn't that cool? I mean, of all the
cool.
holidays, that's really neat.
So
then we have. Let me see if I can get back to my defaults are defaulting here. Hold on.
So you talked about the coffin with the blood bags. So that's one of your signature cocktails is you can get a cocktail in a blood bag.
Yes.
Is
At
that
both places.
Yeah, and here too. So where did that come from? Just cool, fun stuff, or?
So we sold blood bags at Boutique de Vampire, but they were energy drinks, and so I was thinking about doing that. But then my general manager said, "Why don't we, have our own specialty drink in the blood bags?" And so we did. We created several. We have a sangria one, which is sangria we import from Spain, and it looks the most like blood, and it kind of tastes like what you want blood to taste like, So I like that one. The other one is a vampire vodka pomegranate lemonade, and that's very good too. And then we have a virgin one, which is really neat because like sometimes I'll drive up to my cafe and there'll be a whole family of vampires sitting outside, all sipping on blood bags. It's fun.
Aw,
And then
Oh, that's
also
cool.
it's the only specialty drink in the French Quarter for children, which I thought was kind of cool.
that is cool. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
never thought
awesome.
about that. It's
Yeah.
hard to find kid-friendly stuff, you know?
Yes.
So it's good for people to know that these places are, when you've got under 21 or people who don't drink, that there are places. Mocktails are hard to find here.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
we have some great mocktails at both places. We have a beautiful, extensive mocktail list.
Yeah,
That
you do.
makes me happy because I don't drink anymore, but I still like to go out and have a good time and get at something that tastes good, you know? So,
Well, I don't drink anymore either, but I don't drink any less.
hey,
Hey.
people told me I had a drinking problem. I had two hands and one mouth. That's how it was for the longest time.
So, Vampire Cafe, that you took, that was a restaurant previous, and then you took the space over, right?
Yes, it closed during the pandemic, and then I got the keys at the very end of November, and I hired a chef to help me hire a chef. It was right in the middle of the pandemic, and the chef that I hired, he and I went through. I got 30 resumes in one day, so we shut it off, and we had really great chefs to choose from. And so we narrowed it down to 5, and we interviewed those 5 together. And then I made the final decision between 2 of them. And yeah, chef went out, Chef Chris Dunn, and we had a month to open. So he tore apart the kitchen and just kept sending me things to order, coolers and plates and everything. And then I did the front of house, and I built the bar, and did the floor, everything. And then we hired staff, and halfway through that month of December, he did a tasting for us of, the menu, and my husband and I were blown away. We really were. And then we opened on New Year's Eve for a private party because there was still the curfew then. And so all the windows were blacked out on New Year's Eve, and we had people come in through the boutique, and they just never left. And so we were there, and then at midnight, we ripped the black paper off finally. For a month, I'd been in there working in the dark, and it was like it was crazy time. Anyway, when
Right.
we ripped that paper off that night so that we wouldn't have to do it in the morning when we were opening, it was weird. It was like being naked, and people could look in and see us, and it was really strange. But did amazing. Our first day in business, we turned over 200 tables. We did over $9,000. Like, it was really amazing, and it just got better and better. So yeah,
200,
Vampire
you
Cafe
did
is
200 tables in that space.
yeah,
Wow.
200 turns. Yep.
That is insane. You guys had,
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, we
not,
do more now. Now, I mean, we're up to like 400 turns a day, like in busy times.
Ooh.
because what do you have? Like, I'm going to guess 30 tables?
No, we have 12. We
Even
have
the
12
ones
tables.
you have
The,
12.
out, the outside tables, we have 17 altogether. We have 6 outside tables. So yeah. So we have
Okay. So for
But
that's
still,
that
that's
is
a quick hot seat turnaround.
yes,
that's
it is.
That's
insane.
awesome.
And I mean, it's people, we really like them to stay and get the whole experience. So it's not just a dining experience, it's an experience. We like to send you to the other places. We also send you to other, magical places in the French Quarter. And we really want to be home base at all of our locations for our guests. And when you stepped into one, then you've entered this magical realm, and you can, start investigating the other places. And we really want to see people every day and have them tell us that they, all the places that they went to that we sent them to. And I don't know. We just like to, like I said, be like the magical concierge of the French Quarter. And I really love when people come back every day and tell us all their fun things that they've done. And they come back every year after that. It's fun.
Now they need a password to get into one of your
Oh, is
spaces.
it like one of those kind of speakeasies? I love those.
Yes. It's
I
a
love
it's a
them.
real speakeasy. I really try to keep it as quiet as possible. So yeah, if you come to New Orleans, or if you go to nolavampires.com, that has all my 3 businesses. And if you go to any of those, you may receive an invitation to the speakeasy.
And you really want I'm going
Are you
to.
putting it in the chats there?
I am. You really want to get an invitation to that.
Yeah, you do. I
you
do. I
I've
want
been
one.
I've been there twice.
I wonder if I know a person that can get me the password.
I wonder. Did we
She
lose
went
her?
away though.
She might have had someone walk in. She's literally at work right now during Mardi Gras. This is not an easy time. I
Not
gave
an
her
easy one to do. But speaking of podcasts and where you can listen to podcasts, guess who's on Spotify?
Who?
We are. That's right,
No.
ladies and gentlemen. We are on Spotify. You can catch up with all of the past episodes now. As a matter of fact, all you got to do is go on Spotify or Apple or wherever you get your podcasts and type in Radio Paranormal. Just don't misspell radio like I do all the time. Thank God for spell check. And but check us out. So yes, we are now on Spotify and Apple. It's an audio only podcast. So plug us in and listen to us. Won't you? I think you will. Because if not,
I'm so
I'll find out
sorry.
where you live. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're good. Welcome back.
Well, you know what? I shouldn't be doing this on my phone. When people call me, that's what happens.
No.
You can turn it on do not disturb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it shouldn't come through.
I
had
just
to learn
learned-
that I had to learn that the hard way too.
I just put Marita's businesses in the chat. So if you guys coming to New Orleans, coming for the Paracon, coming on vacation, all three of her places that you can visit are in there. So do look those up, put them on Google Maps, plan a route to visit them during your stay. They're all in the quarter. They're all very close together too. So you'll be able to see all of them. And while you're there, aside from looking at all the cool things they have there, you can look at some of her books. And there's one, I know this is a little early, but there's one I have to ask you about because I think I didn't know until today. I didn't realize until today a place you used to work at. I think I met you there in 2007 because you took me to Boutique de Vampire and I got some wine stoppers from you. You took me after. It had to be at what is no more, which is, I'm crying as a local, Johnny White's.
Yeah. I know we still more in that bar to this day.
Were you there
Johnny
in
White's,
2007
boy,
and was Boutique open in 2007?
It was open 2003.
So it had to be because when my husband and I, we used to live uptown in 2007, we lived there for a year and we could not stay out of the quarter. And he lived in New Orleans on and off for now 40 years. He used to sell timeshare with Sydney Smith and Kalila. That's how long he's been here.
Oh my gosh.
And so Johnny White's and Harry's Corner were two of the bars we used to sit at. I know that's where I met you.
Wow, that's so cool.
I forgot what else. I got two things, but I got some candles of some kind. Can't believe
they have charms inside, the fortune candles.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes. See, we
make those ourselves. Since day one, we've been making those candles. They're really, really magical.
And it's such a shame that bar.
Oh, it was so special. And I mean, just the stories, I didn't I might redo that book. It was supposed to be called Drinking Mistakes, and which are the drinks that I made that were mistakes that I drank, and the lessons I learned as a bartender. But then History Press wanted to publish it, but they wanted it to be more historical. So I took a lot of things out, and then they wanted to, change the name, obviously. The cover is atrocious. It's horrible. And so I think one day I might redo it and add the stories back in and change it back to Drinking Mistakes.
So tell just a quick rundown for people so they can understand why we miss it so much. It was the only 24-hour bar in the quarter on Bourbon. I mean,
no, that's not true. But we never ever closed, and so other places closed now and then. We didn't have locks on the doors, and how that happened with JD, who's just passed away, the owner. He was so excited and he got everything done. And then the first day came and he was tending bar. And then it was about 2 a.m. and he said, yeah, about time to close. And then he realized that he didn't put locks on the door. And he thought, you know what? This should be a 24-hour place. And so he just never put locks on the door ever. And so during Katrina, everybody was holding the doors closed with trash bags inside of the shutters,
Oh,
holding it like really tight. And yeah, the only time we ever closed our doors was the day that we actually closed. But it
Oh,
was Johnny White's was the locals' living room. It was a place you would go to get your morning coffee. It was your last nightcap of the night. It was if you had something good to tell somebody or something bad happened to you, you would go there, and there would always be somebody that cared. It's a great place. I
I
loved
oh
it.
know
wow.
we're both choking up because it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss it. I miss it so much. It was such a great place.
I mean,
Um,
tourists, like the tourists I'm talking about that, we were building our repertoire with, I did the same thing there, and I mean everybody did. And so when we got a tourist that started to make us their home base, they would come from the airport right to Johnny White's and check in with us before they'd even get into their hotel. So yeah, it was cool.
yeah, it's such a great place, and just random fun. I mean, during Katrina, didn't the weather people and they camped out there. My husband used to say, "Oh, they don't close because the doors rusted open." I'm like, "Honey, I bet they didn't."
Yeah, CNN made us their headquarters during that time, which actually really helped us stay open because people kept trying to shut us down. And the news media, terrible. I mean, horrible. They kept trying to make Katrina worse than it was, which was so ridiculous because we actually evacuated the day before, and so I wasn't there during the storm. But we came back as soon as we could, which was a month. They wouldn't let us back, and so I just kept calling, and we'd watch things on the news, and like they were saying Bourbon Street was flooded, and I was like, "What?" Sure enough, I called Johnny White's. No, that's not true. Then they were saying Johnny White's has to be closed down. They are at gunpoint tonight. That wasn't true. And so, it just made me really mad. But at least we had the landline, so we could actually get through to the truth. Yeah.
People don't realize, weather is made for TV weather. It
Yep.
really is. I have seen a certain famous weather forecaster because we go out during the hurricanes right before they're going to go on, lean like they're fighting wind.
Yeah.
And so when we see and like fake the wind.
Oh, of
And
course.
so when we see that, we walk very slowly upright behind them, going, "There's no wind,
Wind.
people."
Yep. Well, they
So,
did the news did the same thing. I did search and rescue up here after Helene came through, and the news said there were only 270 casualties. And I can tell you myself, I saw 18-wheeler trucks loaded, stacked full of bodies.
hmm,
So,
wow.
but they wouldn't report exactly how bad it was up there. So
Well, that's
yep,
bad too. Either one is bad. But like
yep,
with we were there was I'm sorry, there was a storm. I forgot which one it was now, but I was working at Johnny White's, and then Fox came in and they asked if we would be on Good Morning America, and I said yeah. These people came in, and so but they said they wanted us to go walk down to Decatur Street. And we're like, why? They go, oh, it's just we have it all set up down there already, and we thought, okay, we'll be cool. So we walked down there. Well, they had it set up, and that a van was going to drive by, and there was a huge puddle right there. So
uh-huh,
while we're on the news, the van drove by, and there was literally like a wave that went over us. It was all manufactured, and it really made me mad. I mean,
yep,
yeah. And then we made it on the 10 best, like for that year of news stories. We were in the 10 best because it was
nice.
really dramatic. But I mean, come on, you know.
Well, yeah,
They do manufacture so much. The French Quarter did not flood. It's some of the highest ground in the city.
Yeah.
So no, it did not flood. We're the last to lose power unless the power lines that are stretched over the river
Right.
instead of underground blow over because there's only one tower holding them. Thank gosh that's not the same. But outside of that, they're not going to let us. We are going to lose power. If we do, we are the first to get it back.
Yeah. Well, we
There.
did lose it for that. I mean, for a while. It was almost a good month, or I think it was like about just over 3 weeks. And the funny story. So the National Guard brought us a generator, or it was airborne. what are they called? I don't want to get this wrong because they were so
What,
amazing.
like the 82nd Airborne or the
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it was.
yeah.
So they brought us a generator and we were so happy. And my bartender at the time, she couldn't make coffee or anything. So a news reporter popped her head in and said, "Oh, do you have coffee?" And Marcy was so excited. She says, "Yes, we do." And she goes, "Oh, can you make a frappuccino?" And Marcy looked at our cleanup guy. She goes, "I don't know. Paul, can you fart in a cup?"
Ah, yes.
That was a dumb question, like a
Yeah.
frappuccino. Like, yeah. But
Nice.
anyway,
That's funny.
yeah,
That should have made the news.
yeah,
Should-
yeah.
So, Johnny White's that was one of your earliest books, right?
So it's my third. Was it my second book? It was my second book.
Is
The Vampire History book came out first, even though I wrote Johnny White's most of it before I wrote the history book. But yeah, the history book came out first, and then Johnny White's.
So
So
tell us about your vampire history legend, and give us a fun fact we need to know that's true.
Okay, so the book itself, I was working on the novel that's coming out this Halloween, the Carter Brothers, and History Press contacted me and asked if I would submit a proposal to write a history book about where the vampire legends of the French Quarter originated. And I thought, God, it'd be stupid not to, because I'll get paid to, do my research for my book. And so I did it, and I wrote the proposal, and they accepted it. And so there are three legends. The Casket Girls is the oldest, and those are vampire maidens brought here from vampire maidens. I'm sorry. Well, they were maidens brought from France to help populate the city, to keep men interested, to get married. And but the rumor is, or the legend is, that they were turned into vampires on their trip over here. And a fun fact of that one that's true is Sister Gertrude was in charge of them, and she was a diabolical woman. And the girls came from Le Sepulchre, which is a mental hospital, a orphanage, a prison, and yeah, a place for the mentally insane.
Right.
Anyway, so that's where they were being, where they were living. And so they were quite excited when they were told to come over. But she was in charge of them, and she was supposed to make sure they were deflowered. And I think that's what happened, but we don't know. We'll never know, because I've done all the research there is to do, and there's nowhere else that this is found. But she played some kind of a diabolical trick on them and was immediately sent back to France. And so that, she may have left the door unlocked and they were deflowered, because it was something really, really bad. Anyway, then, or a vampire got them at that time. So that's possible. But I just thought it was a fun fact that the person in charge, maybe let this all happen. So that is true and documented. Then the Carter brothers, really the only truth to that legend is that there were barber surgeons at that time that would have been a great place for vampires to befriend them so that they could get blood in a very civilized way. There isn't much truth to that legend, which makes it so fun for me, because the legend is that there are two serial killers that when they were captured, they were careless. And when they were captured, they begged to be murdered, and because they were going to kill again. And so they were hanged. And then when they went to go retrieve their bodies a year and a day later to push them aside for the next tomb, there was nothing in the tomb, no clothes, no bones, no nothing. And so that became the big mystery. And then the other legend is Saint Germain, who was a really amazing actual person. And there's rumors of him being spotted here. And again, not a lot of truth to the legend, but it's a fun one that he had a lady over, and she jumped off his balcony and swore that he bit her. And so he was such an affluent man in town that when the police came, they said, why don't we just sort it out tomorrow? And he disappeared overnight. And when they broke into his home, there were half bottles of wine, half full of wine and half human blood. So that's the legend.
And they tell it in front of a building in the quarter. But what's funny is the building they generally have their backs to, the guests, actually had in the chain of title Saint Germain.
Yes, I saw that when I was doing my research. I did see that. Yeah. That
So
is.
it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Jacques Saint Germain, he's my ex-boyfriend. Just saying. No, I'm kidding.
Mhm.
I love him so much. And like, I actually built, our fortune telling machine inside the boutique.
Yeah,
So that is Saint Germain. And
yeah.
he's so cool. Yeah.
I love it. Um, Now you go into, so that's book 2. Book 3 is what?
Book 3 is Josie White's Storyville.
Yes. Because you were at the Storyville Museum when Klaus opened that, doing some book signings.
Yes.
And so give us some background. You just have so much knowledge of New Orleans fun stuff on Storyville and the book and Josie, and I read some of it today. I thought, oh my God, now I know why.
I had the wrong book up earlier when they were telling the story about the bar, so that's the one that they were talking about
Yeah,
earlier.
it's that horrible cover. I hate that cover so much. Um, but the Josie book, what's fun about that is, so the only reason I wrote that book is because I needed a love interest for Wayne Carter for my Carter Brothers novel. And I wanted him to be a madam. And so I was researching different madams. And then I found Josie and I just fell in love with her. And I mean, what an amazing person, really. And, all the things that happened in her life. And so luckily my publisher allowed me to write a book about her. So yeah, it's if you like New Orleans history, there's so many fun things in that book. The one that I love the most, the little tidbit I found, was where our library is now, just across canal here on what is it, Shoe Lane? I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a building there called the Metropolis, and it was a full service prison, and it was the judge's quarters, and there was a hanging yard in the back. So if you went in, you never came out. You didn't have to. Everything could be done right in there. They had, I want to say 30 cells for women, and I think 300 for men. I haven't read that so long now, but I think I'm right. Anyway, so right almost like a year after, the walls started cracking, and it was beautiful. When I tell you, there's a picture of it in the book. It was a beautiful construction. um and so yeah, all the floors started doing funny things. And they said, well, it must be New Orleans is like soft terrain. But then they quickly found that all the people in charge took bribes and used the cheapest materials. And so all the people that were in charge of building the prison ended up in the prison.
No,
Oh, imagine that.
Isn't that so New Orleans?
it's so yeah, it really is. It's
Yeah.
very New Orleans.
Yeah.
And you have 2 mosquito books.
Yes.
These are your fiction fun books.
Yes.
So,
So, like
and
I said, real quick, the Carter brothers, I started writing before I wrote the history book. And then I wrote the history book, and I had already written the drinking mistakes. And then I was researching for the Carter brothers, and I wrote Josie Arlington. And then during the pandemic, I wrote most of the Carter brothers, but my agent told me to take out 10 characters. So I started doing that. And then I started opening businesses. And I can't, I can't write the Carter brothers. It's very accurate historical fiction down to the weather. Thanks. Um, so I just couldn't focus when I was at, either of the restaurants when I was building those. And so I have to write. And that's where I started writing Mosquito. And it started as a Penny Dreadful, and it was based on the Casket Girl legend. So one pamphlet would come out every week. Penny Dreadfuls, for those of you who don't know, were little pamphlets devised during the Great Depression in England in the 1800s. And every week, a little book would come out with like a cliffhanger. So it ended up being a novel at the end. Like Sweeney Todd was a Penny Dreadful. They started off with mostly highwaymen and pirates, but then it went to the supernatural pretty quick. And Varney the Vampire, one of the first vampire things ever written, was a Penny Dreadful in the beginning. So
wow.
I wanted to do something like that.
mhm.
So we did that first, and I would do the readings up in the attic, and then my publisher put it into a novel. And it's a fun book. like I said, it was really fun writing, but it's very different writing style. So I've never written first person present tense, and I was writing as a man. And so it was very challenging. And also to make them all cliffhangers, sometimes I would have this great cliffhanger and I would just write it and I'd be ready. And then I'd be like, what did I just do? I just totally wrote myself into a corner. Like, but it was fun getting out, you know?
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. And then at the back of every chapter is a recipe from one of our restaurants, the Vampire Cafe or the Apothecary, and it
that's
has a
cool.
little bit to do with the chapter. So
we get to try New Orleans fun cooking recipes too.
yes, it makes it really fun for a book club because you can make some of the recipes and sit around and discuss them.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Good idea.
And then the sequel has elixirs and spells at the end of every chapter, and it's just the sequel to the story.
So same continue the characters. Okay, cool. So what do you have coming up? Where can people come see you? What's stuff that people can look forward to with you?
So the Carter Brothers is finally coming out. It'll be out this Halloween proper. So we're closing the Apothecary at 8 o'clock at night on Halloween day and reopening it at 9 o'clock at night as the Apothecary, a literary interactive haunted house. It's going to be epic. So we have there's so many great things about this. We're going to have Belloc, who is the Storyville photographer, and he's a part of the book. Josie Arlington and the Carter brothers are going to be here making absinthe, and Belloc will be taking photos of people, and then everybody gets a hardback copy. But the really magical part is there's this art form. It's a watercolor that can only be done on a book that has gilded edges, like golden pages, and you fan it out, and you do like a pencil drawing, and then you can do a watercolor. So there's one. Yeah, right now there's one professional 4-edge painter in the world, and his name is Martin Frost, and he's in England. And as I was writing the book, it's a part of the book, a mystery that is in the gilded edges of the journal that these prostitutes have about the vampires. So, I couldn't find him. I tried to find him. I'm like, I have to have him do one for me that we were going to give away to somebody when we do pre-orders. So I tried everything. I went online, everything bounced back to me. It was really, really frustrating. And then one day I sat in my office and I said, okay, Marita, think. How can you find this man? And I don't know why, but it popped into my head that I have one friend in England. So I called her and I told her the story. And she said, wait, Martin Frost? Martin Frost? He used to live across the street from us. His wife worked for my father. Hang on.
Oh, wow.
And he called me within minutes. Yeah. And so he's doing it. And I'm praying that his health is well enough so he can travel to be here because it will be the one to pick the winner. So it's a $2,000 painting that is going to be inside this book in the pages hidden. And I just posted on my Facebook page, Marital Woywd Crandle, the story about how he does this and everything, and also a picture of what it looks like. So if you go to my Facebook, you can see it. And then there's also going to be a very haunted house here upstairs in the Casket Girl attic, and that'll be the mosquito side. So it's like you're stepping into my novels when you come Halloween night. And it's $200 per ticket. It's like you're right in the heart of the French Quarter, heavy pasta d'oeuvre, so it's like a full meal, very intense, excellent cuisine. It's not just going to be, really be satisfied. You will be blown away by the cuisine. And then 5 hours of top shelf open bar and all kinds of fun haunted surprises.
Oh, fun. And where can they get tickets?
Online. In May, they'll go online. So if you keep watching on my social media, it'll be on our website, but we'll definitely be announcing it through social media.
If my plans for Halloween fall through, I'm going to come down.
I hope you do. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And there's only 80 tickets total.
And you two are going to meet at the Paracon.
I'm so excited about that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and also, so the book itself, to get into that drawing, the same time that the tickets for the Apothecary Halloween event open up, the pre-sales for the book will open up also. So everybody can have an opportunity to try to win the special book.
So everybody that's watching, go get your ticket and then get your book. and then come see me down there and let's eat some intense cuisine.
Are you going to have some books with you at the Paracon?
Absolutely.
Good.
They won't be the Carter Brothers, though. That doesn't come out until that day. But I will have the mosquito and the history book.
Okay. And if they can visit your shops and buy them, and where else? Because I know Brandon's a big proponent of buy direct from the
Yeah, so
author.
here's my thing. And it's been long enough. I could say fuck. So fuck Amazon, right? Like Amazon does not pay their writers. I know this for a fact. So my thing is I want people, if they can, go directly to the source. Buy the book from the person, and hey, your chances of getting a signed copy go way up. So, like, where can they get directly from you? So on your website?
Yes, if you go to nolavampires.com and go to the boutique and just in the search engine at the top, you can put in history book or mosquito. It'll come right up. Or if you just go to the book section, there's many ways to find it. But they're guaranteed to be signed by me. And if you want it signed to you by me, you just email us afterwards and say, hey, I just bought a history book. My staff gets it, and they let me know every day. They're like, hey, you got to come sign it to so-and-so. And so that's a way to get it signed for sure. But then you can get it on Amazon, and I'm in Barnes and Nobles everywhere. And here locally, you can get it everywhere. I mean, I'm in every local bookstore and little gift shops, and yeah, it's not hard to find if you're in the city.
No, it's
Also,
not.
even if you don't buy on Amazon or Books A Million or whatever's out there, but you do buy a book from her, go on those sites. You don't have to be a verified buyer, but go on them sites and leave her a review, because that'll help out on those sites too. So you don't have to buy the book from Amazon to go leave a review. So, but that helps.
By the way, the history book has been in the top 5 of Amazon's all supernatural books, all of them, which I was blown away. I happened to do this search one day, and I'm looking, and I'm like, wait, what? So I just put in vampire books, and my book came up 3rd. And I said, this is crazy. Let me try a test. So I put it on my Facebook. I said, hey, y'all, can you do a search for my book and see if it comes up, in the top 5 or whatever for you?
Right.
It comes up 3 for me. In Idaho, it came up as number 1. In California is number 3. Florida and New York is number 3 of all like supernatural vampire books.
Wow.
And so I did a search. In the very bottom, you can see the status of your books, and it'll tell you like what range you're in. And I have been in the top 5 like almost every month. One time, this fluctuates a lot, goes up and down, but yeah, crazy. So I'm very happy about it. It is, yeah, makes me really
Good
happy.
for you. That's a
That
big
is
deal.
so cool.
Still, don't buy from Amazon. Go buy from her. But
Yeah.
I mean, it is a big deal. That, don't get me wrong, but I just hate Jeff Bezos. Blech.
And we usually throw in a bookmark and some bite tattoos, and you get some fun stuff.
See, you don't get that from Jeff Bezos.
Oh, by the way, if anybody out there is in a book club, if you have a book club and you email me, I will send you a little book club care package that has bite tattoos and one of our bloody aprons and some discussion questions. So yeah, hit me up.
Oh, how fun.
That
And
does
they can
kind
do
of
that.
sound fun.
That does sound fun. Well, we have a very special game for you tonight.
Yeah, we do.
We are going to play Mardi Gras in honor of the crap you've had to go through in front of the vampire apothecary. We are going to play Mardi Gras construction Mad Libs.
Awesome.
As soon as I saw this, I said, this is for her. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. A verb ending in ing.
Hunting.
Huh?
Hunting.
Hunting.
Okay. A plural noun.
Glasses.
Okay.
A piece of construction equipment.
Wait, what?
A piece of construction equipment.
Jackhammer.
I was going to say bulldozer, but I think jackhammer is going to be funnier.
A street name.
Charters.
Whiskey. Let's go with
Okay.
hers. I'm going to shut up. This is going to be
Well, you
real
said
fun.
street, right? A
Street
street?
name.
Yeah. Charters.
Construction debris.
Rats.
They're men's
everywhere.
lives.
They
Their
literally
backs,
are coming out of every nook and cranny.
Yeah. What did you say, Brandon?
their backs, divorce. What other trash comes with being a construction worker? Rehab. Sorry.
An adjective.
Um,
I don't even remember what those are.
no, isn't that terrible? I'm a
Describes
writer.
a noun. Describes
Yeah,
a noun.
I'm just trying to think. Oh, come on, read a descriptive word. Oh my God.
Colors.
Yeah, purplish.
Uh,
Isn't that weird? I can't think of anything descriptive. Oh my God.
Purplish.
and
All
you're a
right.
writer and a descriptive one at that.
Isn't that crazy?
No, it happens. We put people on the spot. Don't feel bad. That's
Okay.
yeah.
An obstacle. And what I mean by obstacle, it has to be something physical. Like
A
like
roadblock.
a road obstacle.
Like the pylons that they put in front of the streets here.
I didn't know we had barriers.
wait.
Yes.
What?
Another adjective. Sorry.
That's okay. Mm, vampy.
There we good one. Good
I
one.
love it.
Good
A
one.
bizarre item.
Fruit Loops.
Huh. I would have went blood bag mocktail.
See, that's normal for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm gonna have to try your mocktail collection. That excites me.
Oh, I think that's the last one. Another adjective.
Good.
Okay. I'm getting better at it. Mouthy.
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 A
This is
way
gonna-
to die.
What,
Construction.
a way to die?
Yeah.
Being staked.
Being staked. I love it.
I like it.
A reckless action.
Being staked.
Yeah, yeah, right. Pushing somebody.
Okay.
You say adjective one more time. I'm coming through this.
Really?
Screen.
A person
Okay.
you know.
Oh, thank God.
A person I know?
Yeah.
Dacre Stoker.
What Stoker? Dacre?
Who did a what?
Dacre. Dacre. It's Bram Stoker's great grandnephew. Dacre. Dacre.
Cool.
Panicked response.
Scream.
Oh, my bad.
Another obstacle.
Okay.
Squirrel.
I'll give you a hint. Yeah, squirrel. Just a random thing that would be in the street that you could
Go around or whatever.
block you from going.
A tree branch.
Dead body.
Or a dead. Or how about a dead possum?
Oh, there we go. That'll be more fun. Dead possum. Those are the little flat animals that live on the highway.
A broken surface.
Glass table.
Apparently, this is going to be good.
No, it's what I got to ask you for next. A suspicious puddle.
A suspicious cuddle? Like
Puddle.
Puddle.
Puddle, like in the bathroom.
Like Bourbon
Puddle.
Street juice.
Blood. A puddle of blood.
Just like Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street juice.
Bourbon Street
An
juice.
offensive noun.
Fucker.
No.
No.
Oh, that's a noun is like a it could be a
Person,
yeah.
place, or thing.
Um,
A person, place, or thing that you think is offensive. Generic.
Door.
What?
Bone.
Oh no, you said offensive. My bad.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, a thing that's offensive. Okay. I'm trying to think of
Sewer treatment plant.
Donald Trump. No, I shouldn't say that. No, don't do that.
There's
sewer-
no politics in the dead.
Yeah,
That's the
I don't
only
want-
thing
I don't
that
wanna
we
do that.
treatment plant would be good actually.
Well, what about oh, I know. Yeah, there's a person here that was running for mayor called Sherlock. That's offensive. But it's not, it's the politics that are offensive. It's everything else about the person.
Okay, I'll just put Sherlock. A
Yeah.
verb ending in ing.
Can I just say what he did?
What?
He was masturbating in an Uber when he was in California and he was running for mayor.
Okay, that's disturbing. We'll go with
Yeah,
that.
Sure.
We'll go
fair
with that.
enough.
Yep.
Kinda
That
like-
has absolutely nothing to do with politics. I'll allow it.
All right,
Because
verb
God.
and since you just described it, a verb ending in ing.
Jerk.
What did you
Oh.
say?
Nothing. I will not repeat that.
Any drinking?
Drinking. Okay, only 3 more left. A Mardi Gras phrase.
Movies.
Yeah, throw me something, mister.
Oh, well, they both ended at the same spot.
Okay, 2 more left. One more construction debris.
Okay, like a what do we have here? I mean, what are those
Bus.
things called? They're like those. They have them in front of every street here.
Barricade.
Barricade. Thank you.
Something gross.
Snot.
This could be true. Last one. A plural noun.
A pearl.
Plural.
Oh, plural. Musketeers.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Here we go,
carnival
ladies and gentlemen.
It's carnival season in New Orleans, which means nonstop hunting glasses. And for reasons unknown, a brand new jackhammer blocking your street. You've carefully mapped out your way to everywhere you need to go for the next 5 days, only discover that Charter Street, now covered in rats, is now covered in rats. A purplish
Fair.
sign reads closed, directing you straight into pylons. Running late, you attempt to cross the street, but are confronted by a vampy construction worker holding Fruit Loops, feeling mouthy, and fearing being staked, decide to push someone. Your Drucker Stoker texts, "Where are you?" And you respond with, "Scream." In order to reach your destination, you must navigate dead possums and glass tables, and most alarmingly, blood. Somehow, despite the barricades, the dust, and the faint smell of Sherlock, the
Oh,
beads
God.
are now
Blech.
drinking, and so
Who poured bleach in
someone
here?
is already yelling, "Throw me something, mister." At the end of the day, you return home covered in barricades and snot,
Oh,
and
God.
and whisper to yourself, "Thank God this is at the end of the show. Totally fucking worth it."
Yes.
That's
Let
hilarious.
the musketeers roll, y'all.
Bro.
That's funny. That's really
Hey.
cute.
When I see you at your table, I'm just gonna holler. That's how the musketeers roll, y'all. And then you know it's me. But
Those vampy construction workers.
those vampy construction workers waiting to get staked. Those bastards.
That's really cute. That's
So-
fun. I haven't done a Mad Lib and oh my God. I
That's
remember.
fun. And you caught it on a good night. Normally it's like 2 truths and a lie, or it's like the weird version of what is the other one we do?
Would you rather?
Or would you rather? And that gets pretty bad. Speaking of pretty
Eyebrows.
bad,
Eyebrows.
let's say hello to Resnack. He will also be at
Yes.
the
Go, Pat, go.
place that we're going.
Go, Pat, go.
Jeez. Okay, go Pats. So now you did mention that there's a lot of cliffhangers. Usually I take the last word, but Jen, I'm gonna give it to you. Like, speaking of cliffhangers, what's your favorite cliffhanger?
My favorite what?
I'm asking, like, Jennifer, like, what?
Oh.
Because you write a lot of cliffhangers with the
Yes.
Penny Dreadful. So I want to know what Jen's favorite cliffhanger ever is.
Oh, you know,